Rishi Sunak goes to Dover. And remember, this is the man who's made some big key pledges. This is the man who says, you can trust me. And he wants to restore faith in politics. Have a listen to this.
Now, some said this problem was insoluble, or just a fact of 21st century life. They lost faith in politicians who put in the hard yards to do something about it. And of course, we still have a long way to go. But in the 5 months since I launched the plan, crossings are now down 20% compared to last year.
So there you are. You can trust me. You know, I'm a man of my word. Crossings are down 20%. Well, I suppose, on the face of it, you might think it sounds slightly impressive. And there's one claim that he can actually make, which is the number of Albanians coming has reduced because, yes, 1,800 have been deported back to Albania. After all, none of them should ever have been able to claim asylum in this country. But what he boasts about the number of Albanians being down, let me tell you what he will not talk about. That is the fact that 12,800 Albanians who came in small boats last year awaiting their so-called asylum claims have now skipped their bail terms. They've disappeared out of the hotels, the hostels, the private houses, and they're now out there in this country, and guess what they're doing? They've joined the criminal community. You didn't hear that from Rishi Sunak today. And he even tried to say that we are doing better than the rest of Europe in dealing with this problem.
Crossings elsewhere in Europe are up by almost a third over a similar time period, and yet crossings into the UK are down by a fifth. I think that should tell us something, that something is going on here, and that's the result, I think, of the actions that we've put in place, and there's a range of different actions that we've put in place that are contributing to that.
Yes, Rishi Sunak, what it tells you is that is the Mediterranean and this is the English Channel. And for the last 3.5 weeks, every single day, we have had a northeasterly airflow coming through the Straits of Dover. In fact, I've never known a northeasterly wind at this time of the year to last for this long. There have only been a couple of days in the last 3.5 weeks on which any boats at all would cross. So to compare us with the Mediterranean is crazy. And frankly, as you say, numbers crossing the Mediterranean have risen sharply. That should worry you even more, because guess what the number one destination for many of those people is going to be? It's going to be right here. And I wonder about the timing of this visit to Dover. After all, nobody knew about it until the last minute. Normally, a PM going to Dover to talk about this would have been trailed to all the media outlets last week. No, this was a very last-minute thing. Let me tell you why. Because from Sunday, the weather changes completely. It's the end of the big anticyclone in the North Sea. It's the end of the strong northeasterly breezes. If the forecast is anything like right, from this Sunday, we will have 8 to 10 days of absolutely, perfectly calm weather. We know there are many, many thousands, possibly even tens of thousands, from Dunkirk right the way down west of Le Touquet to Berck, waiting to cross. We also have good intel that up to a month ago, they were struggling for engines, or the engines they were getting from China were substandard. We're told that problem has been solved. So Rishi Sunak, who is the biggest spinner we've had as a Prime Minister since Tony Blair, cynically and deliberately chose today to go to Dover to tell you the numbers are down 20%. And what we do know is whilst the Albanians may not be coming in the same numbers, there are now young men from all over the Indian subcontinent. Again, people I would have thought with no right from India in particular to claim asylum, and yet they are the ones that are now making up many of the numbers. So I'm asking you, is Rishi right? Give me your view. Farage@gbnews.com. I think, frankly, this is pure, cynical politics from a Prime Minister who may be good at spin, but frankly, I don't think is going to deliver very much on this at all.